Hi everybody, Tina here with Two Chicks and a Cricket, and I have another scrapbook for you guys. This one is kind of really sad because I never did finish the very end of it, and you'll see why at the very end. This is just another one you saw. I think I've probably already posted the one that said family, and I think I picked this one up at the same times, and I'm positive I picked them up at Ross. So I haven't fixed it yet. It's kind of coming apart. So I need to do a title page still. This was for 2009. Some of this I'm just gonna go through fairly quickly because all my scrapbooks up to this year looked the same. I did a calendar page, and I journaled, and then I did all of our pictures for that month behind that calendar page. This is when I found out I was pregnant with Violet, our middle daughter. This was a trip to see Wendy. This I printed out on vellum, and then I cut out and pasted over paper. This, like, it's a cute little font. This was our April calendar, and this was a picture that Wendy sent out to everybody. Macy was like 6 months old or something, and it was a happy Easter. And those cards that you get that you have no idea what to do with, I put it right here in my scrapbook. I got it the month of April, and I put it in here, and I journaled a little bit, and now I always have that picture of Macy. This was the first sketch I ever did. The first sketch that I truly followed. I saw it in a magazine, and I was like, I think I'll do that. So I didn't finish this page. This page is undone. It was of our vacation. And I probably have these pictures paper clipped together, probably with paper for that layout that I just never got around to doing. This was July, us painting our bathroom at our old house. This was my little buggy with her first little pigtails. She's adorable. I just love her. This I had got Life is a Beach cartridge, and I love it. It has some great silhouette type cuts on it. So then this page is not finished again. This whole year did not get finished. So here we are in November. So what happened was I had Violet November 2nd, and I got very, very sick. I was in the hospital for a month. I was in ICU, and I had H1N1, and I ended up in a coma in San Francisco at the hospital, and I don't remember a lot from that time. My girls were with some really close family friends of ours. They're like my parents, and so 2 days after Violet was born, that happened. And so that's a big reason why this scrapbook is not finished, because not only was I in a coma for a month, but I had a lot of recovery to do afterwards. And then I had 2 kids, and I feel like ever since that happened, I've just never truly got caught up with my scrapbooking. And so this page was the hospital I was at, and this is just a picture. I just went online and I googled it, and I got like a sky view, and my husband, it was funny because he pointed out where I was, which building I was in and how high up I was and everything. And this is just my armbands, and then this is like a kind of like a map of the inside of the hospital, like, you know, kind of tells you. And I used Everyday Paper Doll Dress Up for all my cuts on this. And this was a business card from the ICU unit. And then this is the last page of they sent me, after I had gotten home, they sent me an itemized list of everything they did to me every day. And it was over $500,000. So just the 3.5 weeks I was in the hospital was over, that I was in ICU in San Francisco, was over $500,000. So I thought that was worth putting in my scrapbook. So I just put the very last page. I cropped it down and put the last page in there. And then this was, I was life flighted from the little hospital in our town. I was life flighted to San Francisco, the larger hospital. And this is a little bit of journaling. I don't have any memory of anything that happened. So it was really just, I know what people told me. So this is where I was, the little paper they gave to my husband when they life flighted me. They gave him this information. And so I had found it and put it in there. And then this was my discharge paper when I came home. And I scrapbooked it. This page is for actually a picture. Wendy was on her way to see me after it had Violet. And she was on her way with my good family friend to come stay a couple days with me and see me. And they found out that I had H1N1 and I was in the hospital, and they were about 40 minutes from her house, and she literally made them pull over and let her out of the car. And she was very nervous about Macy getting H1N1, and I for sure don't blame her. And I probably would have got out of the car too, to be honest. Like, I love her, and obviously, you know, she loves me and we're close and everything, but I would not have wanted to bring my child into that environment. So I totally understood. So the story to that is she had her sister-in-law come pick her up, and she had been bringing me a 2-seated stroller. And so she piled all of her stuff, because she was going to stay a couple days, all of her and Macy's stuff onto this 2-kid stroller. And it had pillows. Macy was in it. All their stuff for the couple days they were going to be there. She was a mess. She was bawling and crying. And she walked around. There was a Michael's, like a shopping center. And she just walked around. And she said later, it was funny to think back of, because she probably looked like a crazy bag lady with her kid or something. Like, you know, so she had her sister-in-law come pick her up. Well, her sister-in-law took a picture of her on her phone. And Wendy, after I got out of the hospital, Wendy emailed me a letter about what had happened and her feelings that day, and about what took place and all that she went through while I was in the hospital. And she wrote me this letter, and then she sent me that picture, and I still have it. I was gonna, you know, I'm gonna scrapbook it someday. I have it setting aside to scrapbook, but I never got to it. So that's what this page is for. And then this was just Christmas that year. My mom was out to help us. This was about a month and a half after I got out of the hospital. So that is my unfinished scrapbook for that year. So there is another scrapbook for you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this one. I think this is the last one I have. I think I've showed you guys everything up until what I have now. So I currently have switched scrapbooks. I no longer use these kind. I just use the 3-ring American Craft scrapbooks, and those are just easier to they're just easier than dealing with this. And see, this one's, you know, I haven't even fixed it. It fell apart, and they're just easier. So that's what I do now. So thanks guys for stopping by the blog today, and I will talk to you later.